public cloud, that would be something I think governments will be tiptoeing into. I know we've observed some governments that have decided to move, let's say, email, probably less sensitive email, onto cloud-based email services. But I would imagine there will always be some core which will not migrate out to a public cloud service. And hybrid, well, I think this is it's one of those watch this space things. As the thinking develops, the imagination develops, it will grow. And hybrid in the sense of e-government services on the cloud interoperating with citizens' own personal space on the cloud. I think that will grow. It will have to grow. If governments are citizen-centric, they will go where the citizens go, because the promise of technology is convenience. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to scratch your head. It just shows up. The ordinary becomes extraordinary. Before it was just a phone. Today it does so many more things. Now I just do the simple things, and somehow the regulatory clearance is done. How? It got connected over the net, over the cloud. That is the promise of technology. But in others, the government technology must make its way into the computing infrastructure supporting citizens' activities. Nothing very new in this concept. Instead of providing you, well, one idea is, of course, you see government user interfaces show up within the context of public cloud services. That one a bit hard to envision, but I'm thinking perhaps more so they will become integrated at the computing level. That means when you do something in the private sector public cloud space, I'm sorry, getting all mixed up with private, the citizens' public cloud space, whatever service they're using, those may grow links into the regulator's private cloud, so that it's seamless. You don't need to scratch your head, make special attention to go interact with the government, because the government has come forward in a certain sense, ready to serve you where you sit on the cloud. So I think that will be another dimension for exploration in the future. The whole security thing related, and the roles and responsibility of client versus outsourcer versus offshorer. And then there's this other dimension which cloud platform, cloud service providers have introduced, because it's now easier, is this notion of movement of data and across clouds. So one day I say, okay, I'm done with this provider, no good. Or I just like a change. How do I get the stuff off and move to another provider? Interoperability will be, I think, becoming more important. Standards for movement of data and so on. Of course, when one talks in terms of private clouds, then that's a different story altogether. All the old concerns are still there. Nothing has really changed that much, except for those nice benefits that I told you about earlier. But I think as the public cloud side matures these technologies over time, like today I don't like this CRM provider, I want to move to another CRM provider. Can I get my data off just like that? And like I said, how do I know the data is no longer there?